The following is a special presentation of Tony Kurre Radio. From hot dogs to cool kitties, this is Darkside of the Pooch.
Welcome back to Darkside of the Pooch, always brought to you by Sasquatch Toys and Comics, over 300,000 comics. Talked to Seth earlier today. He's actually going into town. He travels around the entire world looking for one-of-a-kind toys, stuff still in the box, Legos, you name it, he's got it. Sasquatch Toys and Comics right there, Citation Lane in Homewood. 208-0301, Rossbridge Animal Hospital. Walked right past the joint a couple days ago as I took my Pooch up there at Rossbridge. Dr. Rab Stewart, how are you?
I'm great. Spring is in the air. I drove to work this morning and there was a tree blooming and I was like, wait, what?
Isn't that crazy?
Spring is in the air.
I know. It's the middle of February. I'm afraid to get too excited about it. This 70-50 stuff is perfect, though. I could live 70-50 year-round. It doesn't. I'm okay if it doesn't get any hotter than this. And at nighttime, put a sweater on. It's cuddling weather. You're good to go.
The end of March, it'll be freezing.
Yeah.
We'll have a week, and then in March it's freezing.
Yeah. So while I was walking my Pooch yesterday, was it yesterday or a couple days ago? Anyway, dog jumped up on the back door. Rainer did. Australian Shepherd, 35, 40 pounds maybe. And looked like he maybe sprained his right front paw or something. He jumped up and he kind of made a little yelp, and I said, "What's wrong?" And he walked in and he was kind of, giving it some space, giving it a little room. And so I said, buddy, we can't be doing that now if you want to go on your 3-mile walk every day. So I didn't walk him for a couple of days in hopes that it would kind of heal itself. And it appeared it did. And dogs aren't the smartest things in the world, because if they have a broken leg and you tell them you're going on a walk, they will go on a walk. They don't care if their legs are broken. They will go on a walk. So it's up to you as the parent to do what's right for your baby. So anyway, I said, we'll go on a little walk and we'll see how it feels. Well, we started walking and he got to the point where it didn't seem like he had any issues at all. And then of course the next day he's banged up again. You could tell he was in a lot of pain. What exactly is happening there? What can I do for his dog? I know there's not like a splint or something like that, but should I have waited to walk him? Or what's the best thing to do if your dog's got a bum leg?
Well, so our boy Rainer, I was just perusing him right now. He is 44 pounds and change.
Wow. Okay.
So he's a good weight, you know. But he's not a spring chicken, Tone.
No, I know. Yeah, he's about 8 or 9 years old?
He's almost 9. Mm-hmm. And he may be struggling with like a nagging injury, a soft tissue injury, or it could be arthritis. And sometimes when they overdo it, just like you and I, they may need something to help them feel better. Or sometimes they may need something as a precautionary preventative measure.
Okay, so what are you saying? I need to bring him in? Or because in most cases when your dog gets a bum leg, you just kind of forget about it, and 5 days later he's running on it again. You're like, okay, he's good.
Right. But see, he's not. It's been 5 days later, he's not running on it, which tells me it's either a non-healing injury or a chronic injury or a degenerative process.
Yeah. And is that what usually happens at about the age of 9? Do they start having issues?
It can happen. It can happen at, 9, especially for a dog that's 45 pounds. She's past middle age.
Yeah. I know it.
And
he is starting to slow down just a little bit. I really like where he's at right now, because he's just a perfect dog. He's learned. He knows he won't run anymore. He'll get after it. I let him go after a goose the other day and he ran it down, but he's getting to that point now where he's just getting to be that perfect age where he's not jumping up on you all the time, and he's just turned into a great dog. He's a wonderful dog, the best dog I've probably ever had. So
that's a sweet spot. That's a sweet spot when they're not tearing things up in the house.
Yeah. And
they're not causing a bunch of trouble getting into the garbage. Not always jumping at your face. They can be your couch potato, or they can be your, long walk. But
yeah. While we were walking, we met a dog named Chex Mix. You ever met a dog named Chex Mix?
I mean, off the top of my head, no.
A cute owner, by the way. That's the only reason I knew the name of her dog, because I was like, she was pretty smoking hot. And I was like, oh, what's the name of your dog? She said Chex Mix. I thought, oh, that's one I have to try on Dr. Rab. I bet you he's never heard Chex Mix before for a dog's name. Isn't that good?
That is. I mean, I don't think that I have. I'll have to look. What did you meet him on your typical walk around your jaunt around our place?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you probably have a Chex Mix at your store, at your place. I would think.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Chex Mix.
I hope I do.
It was a little look a little Pekingese looking little thing. One of those little yappy little dogs. Chex Mix. Oh, was it?
If it's spelled like it should be, we do not have a Chex Mix.
Hey, get that out of my face, son's.
There's the man right there. What's he trying to feed
He's
you?
trying to give me a hummus and chips, and I hate hummus and chips because hummus looks like the inside of a diaper. It's disgusting. Oh, look at that! It's disgusting, dude. Look at.
I like hummus.
You ever get one of those diapers where you open it up, it just looks like paste, and it looks just like out of here.
I've moved past that. I've blocked all that out.
That's a good thing. So what's going on with you? What's happening at your store? Anything fun happening? We had some really interesting emails on last week's show, by the way. People are like, "What are you guys doing? What are you guys talking about?" And our numbers are up for what? Because we're talking about dreams and rock and roll and stuff. But yeah,
we're talking about whatever we want. We have we have a cat that has a very common cat ailment called hyperthyroidism. And I don't know if surely people get hyperthyroidism. I know they get hypothyroidism, but hyperthyroidism, it's where the thyroid is producing too much thyroid hormone. And it can create a lot of problems in cats, can create heart murmurs, heart disease. They are underweight. They feel very anxious and stressed. So it's cardiovascular stuff, but also they just kind of feel like they're bouncing off the walls and lose weight. So it's very common in cats over 10. It's very insidious in its onset, and many times the symptoms are so nondescript that people won't really notice it. It takes kind of coming in and seeing a history of weight loss maybe over the years, also hearing a heart murmur. So that's it's something that is medicated.
Hey, you froze up. Come on back, baby. Come on back.
Hormone production.
Yeah.
And
you're fine. Go ahead.
There I am.
Yeah.
So you give them medication to decrease the thyroid hormone production, and it can be hard to dial it in just right. So they have to have blood checks every 6 months or so. So we're dealing with that with a cat right now that we're having trouble getting controlled. But I think the reason we're having trouble getting it controlled is because the cat's being very crafty, sometimes taking its medicine and sometimes not.
Oh.
So, that's something that we have to deal with a lot in our industry because the owners, it's a very small pill. They put it in the cat's food, they put it in the cat's mouth, they do everything they can to be sure the cat gets it. But what if the cat goes outside and spits it out or spits it out somewhere in the house when it's halfway dissolved? And so it's just, a normal animal struggle.
Gotcha. What exactly does the thyroid do?
It helps with metabolism, but it's an endocrine organ, so it has a lot of hormones that the thyroid doesn't produce a lot of hormones, produces one, but it's involved in the endocrine system. So all these hormones kind of work together to, maintain homeostasis in the body with metabolism and things like that.
Gotcha. I saw something in Good Housekeeping, an article that came out yesterday about, and I love these articles. We've done a million of these types of shows, but there's always a couple of times where they have some questions. 10 pet myths vets say you should stop believing for your pet's sake. And I wanted to throw some at you. Can I do that?
Yeah.
First one, cats always land on their feet.
I mean, they do a lot. It's not always. They land on their feet a lot.
Why is that? I mean, if you threw a cat upside down, would it land back on its feet?
I mean, it depends, but most of the time, yeah. I mean, depending on how far they have to fall.
Yeah.
That's the thing is like they have to have ample room to get it right. If I were to hold a cat, 4 feet off the ground and drop it directly on its back, it's probably not going to land on its feet.
Yeah. But isn't that kind of crazy and interesting to think that please don't do this, but if I took my cat and threw it in the air, I would know that it would land on its feet. It's just amazing.
If you take a cat and just throw it up in the air, it's going to land on its feet probably 10 out of 10 times.
Yeah, which is pretty amazing. I don't know how they do that.
Well, they just have like incredible spatial awareness. They know where they are in space, and they know how to get right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nothing. It's nothing other than just knowing how to control their body. That's it.
It's pretty amazing. Dog's mouth's always cleaner than a human's.
No, that's absolutely false.
I wish it was true because I know how much my dog licks my son's face, and my dog's breath smells like ass. I mean, all the time. And so I'm like, but he just thinks it's hilarious, and he hasn't gotten sick from it yet. So,
some of the mouths that we see here, I mean, I'm telling you, like, there's probably 60% of toilets that are cleaner.
Really?
Oh my gosh. I mean, like we see, so if you don't get your dog's teeth cleaned regularly or cats, I mean, it's a cesspool in their mouth, an absolute cesspool.
You are really making me, because this is something I promised I'd never do, but you're really making me, the last few times we've spoken, really making me feel bad for not getting my dog's teeth cleaned. You really are. I don't know if you're trying to pull one on me, because I've never, ever had my dog's teeth cleaned, but his breath smells bad enough that you could actually smell him coming. And so it's either that or he's tooting. I know the difference between his toot and his breath, but it's disgusting.
So we see dogs that have tooth root abscesses because they have so much bacteria in their mouth that it gets underneath the gum line and it gets to the tooth root and it creates a pocket of pus. And it'll build up so much pressure that one of the hallmarks is, dogs have just amazing teeth. I mean, they have single rooted teeth, they have double rooted teeth, they have triple rooted teeth.
Triple rooted teeth?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And so the one that I'm referring to specifically, if it gets abscessed, it'll build up enough pressure so that they'll have a hole rupture below their eye, and the pus will drain from the hole that ruptures on their cheek. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we see it.
Oh, that's disgusting.
And you tell people like Tony Kurre, hey, you need to get your dog's teeth cleaned. And
is it worth it? Is it worth me trying to do it by myself first? Can I do an admirable job? No,
because you can, the time, there are basically 2 times to try to brush your dog's teeth. And that is when you bring them home on the very first day, and also after they have a pro cleaning. Okay. Because if you try to brush now, if someone and I don't mean you specifically, I mean just you in general, if someone out there has a pet who is, 4 or 5 or plus years old and they've never had their teeth cleaned, brushing those teeth at this point is not going to do anything for you. It's not going to brush the calculus off. Yeah. It's not going to help with the breath. You got to reset it.
So how often should we have our dogs? Every 6 months, like a human being?
It is, well, it's not the same for every dog, but there are some dogs where you could clean their teeth every 3 months and it still probably wouldn't be enough. Yeah. But in general, I don't recommend it more than once a year. Okay. Some dogs on special, some special dogs, you can clean their teeth and they still look great 2 years later. Yeah. But that is an anomaly.
Will you tell from the breath right away?
It's not the breath, because think about it like this. We brush our teeth twice a day. Mm-hmm. And if you catch me at 11 in the morning, after I've had some coffee, I haven't had a piece of gum, my breath's not going to be good. Yeah. Okay. That doesn't mean I have dental disease, but dog's breath is going to be horrible. Even after you clean their teeth, wait 2 weeks and it's going to be bad again. Like, you have to brush your teeth to not have bad breath. Yeah. So if you go by the smell, I mean, a dog or a cat could have had his teeth cleaned 2 weeks ago. His breath's still going to smell. It's because he hadn't brushed his teeth.
Yeah. Table scraps are never okay.
Table scraps are never okay. That's a myth. I mean, certain things you can give.
I'll be the first to admit, I got a salad today from Zaxby's and got a chicken breast on top of it. Ate half the chicken breast, didn't want the rest of it, wasn't going to eat it. So I gave him chicken. I mean, I'm going to give my dog good lean meat, a steak or something like that. I'll give him some good stuff. Now I won't give him, crap. I'm not going to give him like obviously bread or vegetables. He will eat fruit. But if it's good for me, I figured it's probably good for my dog.
Vegetables are fine.
He does like asparagus.
Yeah, vegetables are fine.
Yeah.
And certain fruits are okay. Certain fruits are very bad. I guess is onion a vegetable? Onion's a vegetable.
Yeah, onion's a vegetable.
It's got to be. Onions are horrible for dogs.
Along with that same questioning we had before, some pets are too old for dental cleaning. Yes or no?
Some pets are too old, but many pets are not too old, because really it's what we're looking at is how frail they are. Okay, we're not looking at an age. We're looking at their body condition. Are they starting to lose muscle? Those are the things we're looking for, because that helps us understand how frail they are. And if their body is frail, it doesn't matter if they're 8 or 18, that we should try to avoid anesthesia.
Yeah.
But if they're 18 and they're looking great, then go for it.
Darkside the Pooch, pet care show. We've been doing it for 3 or 4 years. Fantastic. One of my longest running shows. One of my best shows too. Dr. Rab Stewart, Rossburg Animal Hospital. Check him out. 208-0301.
6 years.
6 years, man.
It might even be approaching 7. We started before COVID. We were pre-COVID.
We were pre-COVID. You were the first one to be part of the
pre-COVID show.
And this was also the first one that got sponsored too.
We are BC before COVID.
Before COVID. BC. Indoor pets don't need parasite prevention.
No, that's a huge myth. They need parasite prevention. And the main reason is, first of all, no pet is 100% indoor. Maybe the occasional cat. That's it. Like if you're going to come to me and tell me that your dog is 100% indoor, I don't believe you. I don't believe it. So even if they are 100% indoors, mosquitoes still come inside. Mosquitoes carry heartworms. And so when they bite your indoor dog or cat, it's going to get heartworms. Yeah. So 25% of heartworm positive cats are 100% indoor according to their owner. So you tell me how they got heartworms. It's because the mosquitoes come inside.
True. Cats don't need regular vet visits if they seem fine, in quotes.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. Hyperthyroidism is something that an owner is not going to pick up on without coming in and having that exam done.
All right. Cats vomit regularly. It's normal.
It's not normal.
What? Is that?
Yeah. But that is such a myth among cat owners that, cats throw up. It's just what they do.
It's hairballs. Is it hairballs, right? Or no?
Wait, I mean, sometimes it is, but sometimes it's because they have inflammatory bowel disease or intestinal lymphoma. And, my cat's throwing up once a week, but it's fine. Odds are it's not.
Yeah. Can a cat get sick off a bad rat?
Oh, yeah. Especially if it's a rat that has had rat poison.
Yeah.
And that's why it's dead.
Yeah. Mixed breed dogs don't get genetic diseases.
I mean, it's a myth. I mean, they don't get as many genetic diseases as purebred dogs. But they can still have genetic diseases, because genetic diseases is a huge category. I mean, just because you have a mixed breed dog doesn't mean it's not going to have hip dysplasia, which is a genetic disease.
Yeah. Dogs don't need sunscreen.
Dogs do need sunscreen. Not all dogs.
How do you put sun? You spray screen, or what do you use on dogs?
It's the belly. It's the hairless parts. So you can use any. You can.
Have you ever seen a dog with sunburn?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, but more importantly than that, I've seen a dog with skin cancer that is sun induced.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
So we had a white bulldog that spent a lot of time in here over the years, and it started developing these lesions on its belly, and so we biopsied them, sent them to the pathologist, and they said, yeah, it's skin cancer. And oddly enough, this skin cancer we see a lot in lightly pigmented dogs that spend a lot of time outside. And so I called the owner and I said, hey, by chance, does your dog like to sunbathe outside? He said, my bulldog, its favorite thing to do in the whole world is to go outside and lay on its back for hours.
Yeah.
There you go.
Wow. That's kind of crazy. All right. Any interesting good movies or dreams that you want to share with us?
Oh my gosh. So not dreams. That's some really like just bland dreams. Don't mean anything. I saw a movie last week that was so good. Begonia.
Begonia. All right. I'm going to write this down. What was it about? What is this Begonia? I've never heard of it.
Okay. It is about two guys that are conspiracy theorists, and they kidnap a high profile CEO because they feel like she is responsible for a lot of these conspiracies that they are dealing with. I'm really bad with actor names, believe it or not. But it has, she is an Emma Stone. I grabbed it. It's got Emma Stone in it. And it's got the guy that was in the latter seasons of Breaking Bad. Can't remember his name. Redheaded guy or blonde-headed guy. Jesse Pinkman. Pinkman.
Yeah, it got 89% on Rotten Tomatoes. Jesse Plemons, Aiden Delibes, Stavros Halkos, Alicia Silverstone's in it.
Oh, she has a great like little cameo, really good.
Yeah, and then you mentioned Emma Stone. It's considered a black comedy thriller film.
I could see that. I could see black comedy, but it
just came out last year.
Yeah, 25.
Have not heard anything about that movie.
It was totally in my wheelhouse. Like just the perfect.
How did you know to watch it?
When I get bored, like if I run out of things to do, which doesn't happen often, but I will get on Flickster, Rotten Tomatoes. I have the app, and I'll just see like what's upcoming, what's in theaters, what's streaming at home, and so I'm off on Wednesdays, and so if I don't have a lot to do, I'll try to pick a movie to watch. And that was it's been on my radar for the past few weeks, and finally I was like, I'm going to pull the trigger on this, and it so exceeded my expectations.
Really? Okay, well, there you go. Go check out Begonia. It's Bugonia, not BEG. Begonia.
Bug.
Interesting. I don't have anything to add to that. I have not seen any good movies. I am having dreams that are highly in sexual nature pretty much every night. I don't know what that means. In those dreams, I'm the man, which is totally unlike any dreams I usually have, because usually I'm the one that's screwing things up in my dreams, and I'm always the one that's getting denied or getting refuted or pushed away, and I'm usually like out of my element. But in this particular case, I'm kind of the man, and I'm still having that same environmental thing where I'm at some rich place in Beverly Hills with swimming pools overlooking swimming pools and overlooking the hills of Beverly Hills. And I don't live at the house, but I'm there, and people think I own the house, and I'm walking through the house with people, and I'm shaking hands and act like, I'm some bigwig, and just thinking this is the life.
So that's a great dream. That's a great dream.
It really is. Thank you very much. Car keys. Did I tell you Johnny next door died?
No.
You know Johnny, the one that's got all the cats and dogs?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He passed away.
Yeah.
My car's in the blink, and he's got a vehicle sitting in the driveway, and my engine's about ready to blow up. And I said, hey, what do you want to do with Johnny's truck? They're like, you can have it. If you come over here and get it, and let me know what you want to do with it. So so my daughter just brought the keys over here. So anyway, but they love you. You've taken care of it.
Take it for a spin.
Well, it needs tires and a battery, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, we'll get into it. All right. Anything else going on? By the way, have you seen any things? I have not seen any commercials for any of the shows at the Coca-Cola Amphitheater yet. I've seen a couple of acts that are coming, but I have not seen anything interesting. Any big time acts that are like, ooh, wow, that looks good.
I haven't either. And I normally, when I can think about it, about once a month, I'll run through all the big venues here.
Yeah.
And kind of see for the year what they've got going on. And I did that probably 1st of January. And I was totally underwhelmed at what is coming through town.
Normally, if you just go to like Birmingham Acts usually there'll be stuff, and I didn't even realize. Like I heard Three Dog Nights playing at the Alabama Theater in March, and I was like, I'm assuming it's not the Three Dog. Well, it's the Three Dog Night, but it can't be the original.
It's only one dog. It's only one of the original dogs.
Yeah, because they had just a ton of hits. That may be worth to go, even if it's I would go if it's not the original band, because I know it's probably going to be better than if it was the original band. Yeah, I was totally underwhelmed too, man. I'm waiting for Live Nation to come out because this is their sophomore year. I knew they tried to blow the doors out last year, and it was good. I mean, compared to other venues, not so much. We had a bunch of has-beens that came through here, and a lot of those acts that come through every single year. But I'm just hoping it's not another 38 Special, Leonard Skinner, Brad Paisley, same old kind of.
I mean, we're basically a small market for that kind of stuff. I mean, I hate to say it. Like, I wouldn't even say we're not a mid-market town. I don't even think we're a mid-market town when it comes to big name acts.
We've had Stones, we've had U2, we've had Pink Floyd. I mean,
but man, that was in the 80s. That was in the 80s and 90s.
I know, but I mean, when you say we're better off now, entertainment-wise, than we were back in the 80s and 90s?
I don't know, because when the Stones came, when Pink Floyd came, they were at Legion Field.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, there's not really anything like that now. I mean, maybe Protective.
Yeah. Yeah, Garth Brooks played Protective.
Yeah, so maybe Protective, but I don't know how many Legion holds, but it's got to be close. It's got to be at least 80, right?
Yeah. I think it was actually over. It was over 100,000 because they took the upper deck down after that concert because it almost came crashing down on its own.
So when you have a band like the Stones and they're like, yeah, we have 100,000 seat stadium. Like, stadium tours are like, it's a whole nother level. And right now, I just don't know that Birmingham has something that would be a standard stadium.
I can just imagine what the band thought when they pulled off of Graymont Avenue in their tour bus and thought, what the hell are we doing? As compared to, say, the Mercedes-Benz Dome, the Harris Superdome, and because it was 1989. It was starting to get a little rancid. It was starting to get a little rough.
So like probably like everything was booked in Atlanta for that date, or maybe they still went to Atlanta. But back then, 40 years ago or 35 years ago or whatever it was, Nashville was not what it is now.
No,
they didn't have Nissan Stadium now.
No, when I moved here in '88, man, people were just talking about how Atlanta was kind of leaving Birmingham in its dust.
Yeah,
and then, I mean, early '80s they were about the same. Maybe late '70s, early '80s, Atlanta and Birmingham were neck and neck on some things. And of course, the '96 Olympics put Atlanta in the fast lane to boom, and you can have it. I mean, I don't like Atlanta just for that reason.
I'm not. I love Birmingham.
I do too.
I'm not like, listen, if we had a stadium, I don't even like stadium shows.
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
You want to go see this? If you want to go see the Stones at Mercedes-Benz and pay $350 for a nosebleed, go for it. Yep. I saw him in 2001 at Turner Field, and I was far back.
Yeah, as I get older, I realize like the Coco Amphitheater is just about as big as I want. Like Boutwell was 5,000-6,000 is not a bad seat in the place, but it's just a shithole. I get that. But yeah, I think the concert theater, the BJCC concert theater, I've seen Steely Dan there. I've seen some bands that and you'll pay the right price for it now. But it's worth just because the seats are so good. So, all right,
I love the Alabama Theater. I love the concert hall.
You would you do Three Dog Night? Are you a Three Dog Night guy? The lead singer of Three Dog Night just died.
I would not
the
pay.
dude is saying Joy to the World.
Pay to see Three Dog Night.
Okay,
I wouldn't pay to see it.
Okay. Okay. They had some pretty good songs.
I always think they did Spill the Wine, but that's War.
Yeah.
I don't know why I always think Three Dog Night did Spill the Wine.
Hold on, I'm going to throw a couple songs at you real quick, just in case you don't remember.
Mama told me not to come. You just said that, right? That's
Mama told me not to come. Joy to the world. Never been to Spain. Eli's coming.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. Eli's coming. Old fashioned love song. Just an old fashioned love song. Shambhala.
Okay. All right.
One is the loneliest number that you'll ever. The show must go on. Liar, which I just did not like that song, but it was good. Celebrate. Try a little tenderness. Black and white. The world is white. The child is black. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know.
Brickyard Balloons. Okay, they didn't sing as many songs as I thought they.
They had. I forget Shambhala. There's a few that I forget. You know.
All right, my man. Tell people how they can find you.
You can call us at 208-0301. Email us, rossbridgeanimalhospital@gmail.com, or you can find us on Facebook.
Love you. We'll be in touch.
Okay, bud. Love you.
This has been a special presentation of Tony Kurre Radio.